31 items sold, 15 minutes. Let's get started. First up, we have SKU 0 or U603 DF. Let's go into Vendu. See what that item is. Got a Gap shirt. It's a size medium. It was sold on Mercari on the 20th. It's August 20th for $11. Buyer paid shipping. Profit was $7.94. Picture of the shirt. Flaws disclosed. Shot of the title there. And again, disclosed the flaws. Again, $11. Not bad. Back next up, B603 EF. It's a Gildan. It's a medium t-shirt. Go Hawks. Sold on the 20th again. This was to eBay for $15.49. That includes shipping. Shipping actually cost $406. We profited $671 on that. This was a new with tags. Nice looking t-shirt. I believe this was sold. Stayed here in Iowa. There's a what the title looked for. Titles are important. We don't do the best of titles, but we do the brand, the gender. We'll do what it is, the size, and then some keywords. We are working to get better on those keywords. We'll see how that does. Stay tuned, and we'll see how that works out for us. Again, that was new with tags. No flaws disclosed. Let's go back. The sheet you're looking at here is kind of what serves as my pick list. So in the mornings, I'll use this to pick. I'll have all the sales recorded from the previous night. So in the morning, we'll go ahead and pick all these orders and ship them off. All right, so this is Christopher Banks. It's a women's size extra large. Again, that's what the title looks like. Disclosed all of our flaws. Ended up selling for $11 on Mercari, and profited almost $8 for that. Let's go back. Where are we at? This one. That highlighted one deserves a little more background. Interesting story with that. It ended up being a return case on Posh. I'd like you to look at the listing and be the judge. Sold. This one actually looks like it sold on the 16th. So we would have delisted it on Vendu, and it just probably sat on eBay waiting for payment, and then finally did sell last week, which is why it's on our list. Anyway, sold for $17.99. That includes shipping. We walked away with $7.72. It's a Talbot's. It's a size 12 skirt. And we do all our measurements in the pictures. We'll show whether it's lined or unlined. And then, of course, we do back up our measurements in the description, as well as disclose any issues there might be. If there were flaws, we would have pointed them out in the pictures as well. Okay, enough on that. Let's go back to our list here. J603 CF. Looks like White House Black Market tank. Again, what it looks like. All the tags. Disclose any flaws. This one's new with tags, no flaws. We put our SKUs in the description. Some of the other platforms, it's easier to find that. They don't have a place for the SKU. Help us find it. Anyway, so we're looking at the 21st that this sold on for $17.49. Looks like we walked away with $6.78. So this profit is the sales price minus the market fees. The market fees include any promotions promotional fees that we may have paid, as well as the cost of goods, and also subtracting any shipping expenses. So that is in fact what we walk away with. Of course, we're going to have to pay, we'll have to pay tax on that. We have our shipping supplies, yada, yada, yada. We have, the usual stuff that, the office supplies that are required to run a business. Anyway, enough of that. Let's go see what we have next in line. Yes, we have this one, D603. So help me out with this one, folks. This is an apartment 9. Yes, you heard that right. It's an apartment 9. And here's the skirt. Notice the color does appear to be a little bit light in the photos. It's a part 9, size is 12. So this is important to remember as well. Let's look at our title. It's an apartment 9 skirt. It's a women's 12. Midi stretch, black A-line. It's the Tory. All right. Again, in the description, black. Let's go to the Poshmark form. Poshmark form, yeah, quantity of 0 because we sold it. It's one off. Anyway, primary color was set in fact to black. So on the item specifics, it did indicate it was a black skirt. Why do I point all that out? Because the buyer opened a return case on us with Posh, stating that we sent them the wrong skirt. Well, we did in fact. They sent us pictures. The pictures did in fact reflect this skirt. They sent us these tags as well as a close-up, but their color was, I guess, a blacker. Ours is showing a lighter in color. However, we did specify it was black. Anyway, buyer said it was the wrong skirt. They were expecting a gray skirt. Posh ended up settling in both of our favors, sided with the buyer as well as with us, that we did nothing wrong other than the pictures could have represented the color a bit better. But anyway, it sold on the 21st, $14. Buyer paid shipping. We walked away with $10. Go back. Moving on. How are we doing on time? We may not get through all these. Don't imagine you want to see all these, but we'll get through as many as we can. So you have an idea of what we are selling, which may help you know what you can sell and for how much. So here's a picture of the shirt. This is an Old Navy. It's a shirt dress. Sorry, I called it a shirt, but it is a dress. It's a women's medium. You can see the title and any flaws that may be here. Nothing, no visible imperfections. Anyway, sold on Poshmark on the 21st for $17. Buyer paid shipping. We walked away with $9.60. And we'll go back. Next. Okay, Joe's jeans, size 28. Good pair of looking jeans. See that. See our title again. We could probably use some more more trending words or keywords in our title. Ours are pretty basic, as you can see. It did still sell. Again, all measurements are in our pictures. I keep pointing to my screen, but as if you're looking over my shoulder. We do disclose the measurements as well. These are our measurements. We do show how these are measured, whether we pull the waist tight or not. Anyway, I think all relative information is captured there. Anyway, eBay on the 21st, $18.99. We did buy a label, $7.20. That likely shipped in a tieback priority mail. We walked away with $6 for that. And let's go to the next one here. Jones, a New York dress, size 16. Good looking dress. Again, same story. Measurements in the pictures, any details that we can do, close-ups of the tags. There's the title that sold this. And going over here, 21st on eBay for $20.99. And we paid $8.30. That went in a priority bubble mailer. Didn't say that right. Padded flat rate envelope, $6.49. Not to do my own plugs here, but this spreadsheet with all the relative info or the specifics as far as what sold, how much it cost, yada yada, all these details are used to pulled into these graphs, which I show on another video on Sundays that is titled Know Your Numbers, and I go into these in more detail on a weekly basis to see how our month is doing, how we're doing this month, this week. All right, so back to it. And this is an Old Navy tank top. You can see it. It's the pictures. There's the close-up of our tags. Got our measurements. Again, we do put in our title or in our descriptions, not that anybody reads them, that sometimes the garment size does differ than the manufacturer label. We ask that you pay attention to our measurements as well as the pictures to see how we did it. That doesn't always work for us. Anyway, eBay on the 21st for $13.79. We bought a label for $3.81, and we walked away with $5.91. Let's see if we can't get one more in here. One more. Don't want to take up too much of your time. I know there's, everybody's got. Everybody's schedule is busy. Want to get kind of a feel for what's selling. So there's a picture, and it's a free assembly shirt. It's an extra small. Boy, those are tough to sell, aren't they? So we called it a muscle, sleeveless, and disclosed any issues with it. Again, the measurements, whatever. Anyways, sold on the 22nd for $16.49. We paid $4.31 for a Ground Advantage label. Walked away with $4.95. Folks, looks like that's all I can get in this time. Again, if you're interested in our total, our weekly total, our monthly total, how that compares to last month, as well as how it compares to last year this time. We have all that data. We try to be as transparent as we can. My name is Rich. I do appreciate your time. There is more about us, if you're interested, in the description below. And I thank you very much.